What's up? It's Fizzy here with another Kendama tutorial. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to do some body tricks. So, there's so many skill trees in Kendama. There's so many different ways you can play. This is a whole skill tree of getting the rest of your body involved in the trick. So, what do I really mean by that? I'm talking about arm bounces, knee bounces, body stalls, this sort of thing. So I'm going to show you how to do some of this stuff today. So the number one fundamental concept you're going to want to know when you're doing this kind of trick is, the ideal thing to do is to bend the knees, get the knees really involved. If you can't bend your knees very well, just figure out another way to get some up and down motion, either with just the arm to get those pillowy catches, or you can bend your back a bit if that, whatever is comfortable for you. For me, the easiest thing is definitely bending the knees, going down. It just gives you those pillowy catches, and that's for a lot of kendama tricks, but especially these body tricks. So the first one we're going to talk about is an arm bounce. So that is just as simple as you start with it in the big cup if you want, or wherever. You bounce it off your arm, and then you catch it right back in the big cup. So remember, get those pillowy landings to land it there. It might take you a few tries, but it's actually not too hard. You're gonna wanna bounce it around your crook of your elbow, and you'll start to get more and more consistent with that. That is a very good starter trick. It's really good for flow. And in the same vein, you can do the same thing with a knee bounce. You bounce it off your knee and land it back in the cup. This one, you gotta be careful. You don't wanna hit your kneecap. It's gonna hurt pretty bad if you slam it into your kneecap. So you wanna go a little bit above, like on your thigh really. But that one is a trick that's really cool for flow, and it's not super, super hard. You can even juggle into it, all that sort of stuff. So those are the kind of basic body bounces. And remember, it's all about bending down for that catch to really finish it off. All right, and then that same fundamental bend down motion is actually super key to do all the other kind of body stalls. So there's so many different ones you could do. The simplest thing you could do, make a little peace sign with your fingers, and you can easily get it from the big cup to land it in that little crook of your fingers. That's like a good start to just feel what it's like to balance something on your body, and it'll roll off pretty easy. So you got to get used to that. But you can kind of add a cup to your setup, right? And then you can go beyond. You can get it on the back of your hand. You can balance it in the crook of your arm, just like the same spot that you did that you just did the bounce. And it's that same motion of going down to get that pillowy catch. So once you got it stalled on your arm, there's so many ways you could get out of it. You could roll it down, try to spike it. You could just toss it right in. You could start juggling from there. But it's all that, that motion of bending down. All right, so those are the basic fundamentals of some body tricks. Let me know if you think of any really clever ones that I didn't really mention. You can obviously stall the Ken also on your body. So there's really no end to this skill tree. So I hope you have fun with it and make up some cool creative tricks. Fizzy out. Peace.